When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
In a world full of rush, pause for a drink. Pure, clear, and fresh. Let your mind think. In every sip of 1-8 alkaline, you'll find a taste so pure, refreshes the mind. With a 9.5 pH, it's balanced just right. Electrolytes to keep you bright. Potassium fuels your everyday, keeps you glowing in every way. Drink water and mind your business until it's time to stand on it. 1-8 alkaline, the water that keeps you glowing. Let's glow.
What's up, everybody? You are now listening to the Success Playbook Podcast, where we talk about pop culture, life and career success, and of course, we're going to talk about who got dunked on the night before. I'm your host, Chanel S. Reynolds, and I've been in the sports industry for several years. My goal is to take what I've learned from years of dominating the sports industry as a Black woman to help my listeners defy the odds and level up in life and career. Now, let's dig into this week's episode. Hey, what's up, everybody? You are now listening to the Success Playbook Podcast. I am really excited about today. We don't have a lot of time here. We got about 30 minutes to knock out this interview, so I want to just jump right on into things. Y'all, you may have already heard of him. For those who are not familiar, for those who are living under a rock, this person is a father, an entrepreneur, CEO, international recording artist. I have the privilege and the honor of introducing none other than the Amillion Mayfield. What's going on, Amillion? What is so funny?
You might as well don't forget poet, author, and don't forget Brenda Sunshine. It was just her birthday, so we can't forget Mama's boy.
I almost added that in the notes, but I was like, okay, all right, Brenda Sunshine.
There we go.
I said father first.
Aaliyah's father, yes.
Aaliyah's father, yes. Okay. Well, it's great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
How you feeling tonight?
Honestly, I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day. Got a big event coming up. Been going through some things. Been glowing through some things. But I'm here. I'm happy to be here. Like, I'm just kind of basically trying to live in the moment before I get right back into it.
Absolutely. Well, we know you got a big weekend coming up. We're not going to keep you long. I have my questions sitting here. It's about 10 of them. We're going to knock these out. I want my audience to get to know you and all the greatness that you are. But before we get into the questions, I want to play a little game with you. Are you down for the challenge?
I'm down.
Okay, real quick, nice and easy. It's a game of this or that. So for those who are new and listening, I'm going to present Amillion with two different options. He's going to pick one and give us the reasoning as to why he chose that option. So number one, water or juice?
1-8 alkaline water.
1-8 alkaline water. You heard it here first. Tell the people what 1-8 alkaline is.
Uh-oh, you froze. You froze. Say that again?
It's me. I said, tell the people. I think it is you, but it's okay. We're going to keep moving. Tell the people what 1-8 alkaline water is.
1-8 alkaline water happens to be my own brand of water. It's my latest product that represents 1-8. It flows kind of just like our flows, but it's been taking me a lot more different places. You can find it in a couple of Aldis out there on the East Coast, and it's doing well. This is my baby right now, though.
I'm here for it. Okay, next question. Podcasts or books?
Podcasts or books? If it's not your podcast, I say a book. I like books. I like the energy of books as well.
What are you reading right now?
The Superior Man. Superior Man. It's basically a book that talks about mastering your feminine and masculine energy. It
Mm,
helps you, especially in relationships.
mm.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good look. So what has it been teaching you so far?
That it's been unteaching me. We grow up. I came from very humble beginnings. Big salute to DC. My father wasn't in my life at the very beginning, but it teaches us that, like, art teaches us that men, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be in tune with your emotions. We always talk, don't show this, don't do that. But if you learn how to master the energy of your emotions and redirect them, it can actually be very beneficial. So I've been loving that. I was raised by a mother, as I alluded to earlier. So it's been working well for me, especially dealing with relationships.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Managing and navigating through relationships is very essential. And honestly, the right relationships can take you to your next business move or to your next level or whatever. So that's very important. We love talking about that here on this podcast. Okay, Martin or Fresh Prince?
That's a tough one. That's a toss up. I like them both for different reasons, but the first one that hits me to my soul is gonna probably be Martin. I'm gonna be non-biased. It's Martin.
Good answer. Why?
You can't go wrong with either one of them, but Martin is something that, like, every episode right now I could watch right now and I still laugh like the first time I watched it.
Yeah,
The top 10 episodes are probably Fresh Prince that get me, but it's not one Martin episode that can't get me to crack a smile no matter what I'm going through.
I love that. I'm the exact same way. So I love that. All right, thank you for playing our game.
All right, thank you. What do I win?
What would you like?
Um, Let me know. I mean,
Okay, I got a book for you, a signed copy. The Art of Taking
oh,
L's.
look, I've been waiting for this one, so that's great. I got, I got yours waiting too. Boom, let's go.
Hey. So we're gonna tap into all that. So thank you for playing our game. Let's pivot a little bit into our questions. Tell me a little bit about who you are. Like, who is Amillion?
Amillion is an ordinary man with some extraordinary gifts and just trying to balance out. You know, I'm obsessed with greatness, but like I said, I come from humble beginnings, but it doesn't stop me from dreaming big. I come from a small city with a big dream, a small town. I wear a big crown. And these gifts have allowed me to just travel the world, allow me to express myself, my gift of word. And I'm just letting God use me in every which way. So for me, it started with my poetry and my gift of word, me rapping to my heartbeat, evolved into my book, being an author. It evolved into me becoming an international hip hop artist, thanks to my broski Victory, my producer, God rest his soul. And now it's evolving into me now just being the CEO, owning all my dreams, my record label, my radio show, um, my foundation, giving back. And that's where we at right now. Just owning. I'm a dream owner.
Love it. Love it. But what a lot of people may not know about you is it all started with a basketball, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
talk to us a little bit about
yeah.
your basketball career. You were a professional athlete.
Yeah, I definitely traded my basketball in for my ballpoint pen. It was actually occurred when my daughter was born. As I alluded to earlier, my father wasn't in my life a lot. He had very strong moments, but due to some things, he wasn't in my life a lot. So I always vowed to myself I was going to be a hands-on father, not just a weekend or send a couple dollars or. I was really going to show up and show out. And I did that. I kept my word. But what that had me do is I had to forgo my contract. My daughter's 17 now. So you talking about walking out on the 9 to 5 when she turned 2. And our dream continues to grow. I had a movement actually called A Daughter in a Dream, A Dad. And yeah, now we living, we both living our dreams now. So definitely my first love was basketball. I still love it. I still playing, celebrity games here and there. I'm still one of the best baller entertainers. But now I'm in love with my gift of word and that ballpoint pen. But it definitely started with the basketball.
Love that. Love that. So you started playing ball at what age?
Man, I don't know. It's probably ever since I can have like probably just open my eyes. I think it was a basketball in my crib. But I started taking it serious when I moved from Washington, D.C. to Delaware very early. It was at elementary.
McDonald's Change of Fashion program is helping boost the careers of 5 rising Black designers. Why does it matter? We asked fashion journalist Zoe Washington.
Black culture has a major influence on fashion that helps the industry generate $350 billion in the U.S. alone, but only 7.3% of American designers are Black.
So McDonald's is helping boost the careers of 5 rising Black designers. Learn more on IG at We Are Golden.
Statistics provided by ZP.com as of 2021 and Statista.com.
You know, I was one of the chosen ones I had an opportunity, so I took it very seriously. I wasn't the one in high school going to the parties. I stayed with my basketball and a friend, and we were shooting in the gym, end up getting a scholarship to University of Pittsburgh. And then it was about going overseas. So, big salute, Tommy Vaughn, my agent. We still great friends to this day, and now we playing. I feel like I'm an MVP in life now. This game called life.
Love that. Okay, so you played all up and through grade school, high school. You played in college.
Mhm.
You were on your way to play internationally, overseas, and then you got the call. Hey,
Yeah.
we got a baby on the way, and you decided
Yeah.
to forego the contract and stay and be a stay-at-home father, or stay and be a
Yeah.
hands-on father.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. When God's calling, you got to answer that.
Facts.
And definitely when my daughter calls, I'm going to answer. So it
Love that.
worked out. We about 30 countries in now internationally with
Yeah.
the music. So I always tell people trust in that and your Heavenly Father. That faith never led me. That's always been my coach. You know what I'm saying? That's always been my coach through life, even right now. So I never thought twice about it.
Love that. Love that. All right. So you obviously are knowledgeable about the sport.
Oh, yeah.
This is, a sports-centric podcast, right? So top 5 athletes of all time, go.
Oh, man, I hate that one. I do. I hate that. I'm not the barbershop arguer. They live in their dreams. But I'll just say my favorite. I won't say top 5. You talking
Okay.
about all sports?
All athletes, period.
Okay. Kobe Bryant for his tenacity and
Love
his Mamba mentality. Michael Jordan for his quiet philanthropy. I love that about him. Jim Brown for his fortitude. Muhammad Ali for his mouthpiece and the fact that he was willing to stand for something and not fall for anything, regardless
Love
of
it.
how many knockouts he had. And I don't know. I might have to go Aaliyah Adams Mayfield.
I
Like
was
my
gonna say,
baby is
can we throw
killing
a
it
woman in
right
there?
now. My daughter is, and I mean there's she's the number 1 chair tumbler in the nation. She's getting ready she's already committed to Baylor. She's getting ready to sign, And I'm loving that. I'm loving it. I'm about to be, I'm that cheer dad,
Love it.
before anything. But I'm gonna give a honorable mention to a current player. I love what Kyrie Irving stands for. I love how he goes against the grain and doesn't go towards the trend, and not afraid to lose a couple fans to stand for something. I really like how he's doing his movement right now. Ownership too, getting away from Nike and saying, you know what, I use my own brand. Like that's what all I'm about.
Yeah.
It's all about ownership.
Yeah, creating a lane for yourself. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this next segment is called Put Some Respect on My Name. So basically, I want you to, for those who are not familiar with who you are, all the amazing things you've done, walk us through some of your career highlights. I know that you're a Key to the City holder. I know that you're the first black owned
Look,
alkaline
look,
brand and all these.
can I walk y'all through? I don't
You
like
gonna give us a
talking.
tour?
All right, yeah. First black
Okay.
owned alkaline water company in all these in grocery stores. We got some more big ones to come. Um, my Free Your Mind tour was one of the biggest prison tours ever in the nation. Over 50 prisons and counting. I love that. Let me see. My grandmama's baby. I'm telling you right now, if you talk to my grandmama, she gonna tell you every highlight you just named. Key to the City, all of that. Delaware best-selling author right here. Um, I'm proud of that. Got two more books coming. Let me see. Um, over 100 workshops in public schools, libraries. I'm proud of that. We the first to sell out independent artists to sell out the movie theater and AMC theaters with my
Love it.
movie Road to Firefly. Um, oh man. Oh yeah, and coming up.
Hey,
We just made history having our own day proclamated in the state of Delaware, the first state, but we actually don't have anyone that's currently living that has their own day. They're usually given to people who are no longer here. And I'm really looking forward to like that day is coming full circle for me because I still feel like
yeah.
I'm young, but to be able to still be able to honor people that are living, I think that's very important.
So let's dig a little bit deeper into that for
I
those
bet
who are
you
not
nobody
familiar.
ever done gave you a 360 with yeah. First to
They
ever
did.
do
They did.
that. First to ever do
First.
that on the show. There we go.
So let's dig a little bit deeper into One in a Day. So, backstory: the city offered you what? Because I know the story, but the people don't. So,
How you know the story? No, I'm just
how
fine.
do you know the
I'm not gonna
story?
call you out. I'm not gonna call you out. Um, initially it was offered to be a millionaire poet that I initially turned it down because only when it comes to community, that's not the type of recognition. It was kind of even hard. They had to surprise me with the key to the city because I probably would have told them not to come on stage. I just feel like we all are blessed to be blessings, and whether you have a small platform or whether you have a big one, I think you're supposed to use that to help others. And I don't think you should do that for validation or for kudos. You do that for the cause and not the applause. So I've always been firm on that. But I also now understand that the movement has to be bigger than self. So I asked him that I would like to do it as long as he made it one in a day. And now here we are, because that's near and dear to my heart. One in a is for me is the one in a million inside of me, and the mission is to inspire millions to be one in a million, not another statistic. We all be statistics every day in our life, but we're taught to be a statistic. So I feel like once you find that one in a million inside of you, that priceless thing that you just can't go to sleep or it just bothers you, I think once you find that, you define that. And then
Yeah.
you become part of Team One and A, and we out here rocking whether you know it or not. So that's what I'm about, and that's what I'm about finding in others. And, you one in a million yourself. So that's what it's about. So now we got a whole movement. We get to now put it all in one. So they get to see the foundation give a scholarship away. They get to see the record label have my artists and other artists in the city come out there and show their talents that they might not get that platform. They get to see one of their radio out there interviewing people. Hopefully the podcast is out there interviewing and just getting those smiles from the first state. What am I missing? They get to see the Drink Water Mind Your Business store and the one in eight alkaline water stations, healthy water for the youth. They get to see the Drink Water Mind Your Business brand. If you don't see me wearing the one in eight dry fit, I'm going to most likely have that Drink Water Mind Your Business. So that'll be out there. And I don't think I'm missing anything. But all I know is it's going to all be there. And so people are seeing these different parts, but I want to show what happens when you put everything together. Just like with a community unity effort. When you
Yeah.
put the churches with the streets, with the schools, the businesses, the community, you can really make some powerful things happen. And so that's what I hope for most to happen. September 14th,
Love
down
that.
Sound Dover.
Love that. And you did forget one thing: voter registration on site. This is a
Oh yeah,
very
I mean, well,
critical
you asked me
year.
about the one in May, but definitely the voter registration will be on site. thanks to a special person. We'll
Thanks to
also be
me.
having.
I need my
Okay,
kudos.
okay, I get it. Put some respect on your name. Um, but yeah, I'm talking about free haircuts, free moon bounces. We even got expungement programs, free job fairs.
So
You know, it's gonna be a lot of free vibes and everything. They get to see me for free, and I don't do that. But I'm gonna lead by example and be the change I want to see. But we also got free Narcan kits, because it's a big drug epidemic going on right now too. So,
yeah, I
yeah,
just want to
man.
take a second and just give you your flowers real quick. So, months ago we were talking about how, the mayor wanted to give you a million day and you was
Mhm.
just like, nah, I don't like that. But it took you like a couple months to sit on the idea of, hey, there's a drug problem going on. There's a problem with poverty going on in Dover. Like, let me do something about it.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
This is ludicrous.
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
And then you pivoted this day that was originally intended to honor you, and you
Mhm.
flipped it on them and said, all right, cool, y'all can honor me, but I want to give to the community that made me.
Yeah.
So shout out to you for being selfless and for wanting to be the change that you want to see.
Thank you, thank you,
Absolutely.
thank you. And that's what it's all about. We all gotta be a change we want to see, because it's not just
Absolutely.
happening in Dover; it's happening everywhere. You know.
Absolutely.
But I want to say this: if you can make it from Delaware, you can definitely make it anywhere.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's right.
All
And
right.
I want to give you your flowers. I mean, I've already given you flowers in real life, you know. But I'm proud of you and what you're doing with the podcast, with your voice, what you're doing in the industry that, you are one in a million in that industry, and you really got a lot of people that's looking up to you as well, whether they tell you or not. You got an angel that's looking over you. And I'm proud of you. Your family's proud of you. The community is proud of you. So, just you keep glowing. You keep glowing, girl. And you always got my support anytime you need. We got to do a follow up, though. We got to be in the real studio.
In person.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the flowers. And yes, the next one will be in person. So yeah, I appreciate that. All right, let's pivot a little bit to life and success. We got about. What'd you say?
Hold on. I'm still covered. I was a little under the weather this week, so pardon me.
Are you
We got to
okay?
take a water break, but one in they alkaline store commercials out right now on TV. East Coast. Make sure you're checking that out and go to oneinaystore.com, you know, on your phone, your laptop, all of that. Now, give me my water break. Hold on.
Okay, take your water break while I ask this question.
All right,
Okay,
love it.
so on the Success Playbook podcast, of course, we like to tap into your brain. You are a very successful person. We want to understand how you think. So, how was the transition from going from athlete to poet, poet to artist, artist to CEO? What did that transition look like for you? And did you experience any pain points?
Um, Honestly, it wasn't a transition. It was an evolution. I never stopped being
Mm.
none of it. My mindset is still the same. I still work out every day. I train. I listen to the same music. It's amazing. Like this day, I'm looking at it just like a big home game because I don't get to perform in my state a lot. So I'm always giving back in the community. But to be able to do it all together, I'm preparing mentally. Like I got my water. Look. I don't even see. I have my. This one actually got the elderberry in it with the sea moss,
Okay.
and
Okay.
yeah, just really taking care of my mind, body, and soul, and just staying prayed up and getting ready for this. I'm taking it very serious. It's a big home game. But to
Okay.
answer
So
your
the
question, no transition, just an evolution. I'm still everything you mentioned, all in
I love
one.
that. What's the difference between transition versus evolution?
Transition is change. Evolution is growth.
That was good.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Okay. Who or what inspires you most?
Man, that's tough. I like to tell people I'm motivated by hate and inspired by love. So if I love it or I love you, I'm inspired too.
Hmm.
If I'm going to have to pick, because I'm not trying to be the political answers, I'm gonna have to say right now it's my daughter. Um, and she's growing into her own, so I'm sure it'll evolve for me. Because right now she's the biggest daddy's girl, but now she like, Dad, I want to go to my friends this week, and I'm going through that stage right now. So I'm sure it'll pivot, pretty soon. But she definitely inspires me the most right now. Like ever since she looked up to me, I knew I couldn't let her down.
Hmm. How do you define success?
Based on how many you bless.
Hmm.
Simple.
Expound on that.
I just measure it based on my blessings. Like I don't measure it based on how much money I have, how much likes I have, how much love I have, how many and how much I was able to bless others is how I measure how successful something was. Like, okay, cool, I may have a great show, or maybe not a good show, who knows? Maybe the water might sell out, maybe it doesn't. Maybe Drink Water Mind Your Business sells out. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's 1,000 people that make. For me for people to lead there with an impact, like, man, like this was amazing. Like, yo, this changed my perspective on what I can do in my own community, and it showed me what happens when we really come together. Like, that's a bigger win for me.
Hmm.
Because I'm going to be able to perform again. I'm going to be able to sell that shirt again. I'm going to be able to go somewhere with that water again. But that feeling, you know, seeing them ones up in the sky, seeing people say, let's glow, and, them things that have become influential and bigger than me, that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
I love that. So I have this book called The Art of Taking L's, one of two books available on Amazon. And an L is, taking a loss, right? But here we like to view things from a positive perspective, so it can be a lesson.
Most
It can
definitely.
be learn what you've learned. So we look at L's positively. So I would love to hear about your biggest L and how it pushed you into your next level of success or your biggest learning point or whatever. So tell us a little bit about that.
Man, I've lost a lot, but I've learned a lot through my losses. I've lost a lot of money. I've lost a lot of friends. I suffer from survivor's guilt. I've lost best friends at probably four pivotal parts of my life ever since I was young, and getting grazed, and it hit my best friend at 8 years old, and they were 9. Even we talked about victory, but I mean I got a lot of other ones, even some that's incarcerated for life. Lost my first home. I'm on my fourth now, but I lost my first one, and I'm very transparent about that. Um, Lost countless of dollars, you know, but I was invested in myself, and the lessons that I learned enabled me to, like I said, be on my fourth home, and enabled me to close on my mother's home. You know, her housing me for 6 months got her closed on her dream home. I just posted that today too. That was crazy for her birthday. But me losing my broski victory like that, I lost him right before my first tour. We had 30 now. And now it's about legacy. That's a different L. We lose people, but we gain angels. So now it's about the legacy. And I like to inspire people, like, take your loss, but what about the legacy of it? I remember still when I couldn't afford my cable bill to watch my first MTV video. I lost the money, but what I won, that was priceless. You know what I'm saying? So through all of these things that I have lost, I never lost my faith. I never lost my faith, and I never lost my yearn for love. No matter how much love I lost, I always got up. I wanted to still run faster. And that's a very important part of my life that I'm in right now. Is fully seizing those seasons and turning those L's into love and into legacy. That's where
Love
I'm at
that.
right now. You
Love
love
that.
that?
Turn those L's into love and legacy.
Yeah.
That's dope. I never heard of anybody say that they were turning L's into love. That's
It
new.
teaches you that because you can be bitter. You can be
Yeah.
very bitter, but I've seen a lot of people lose blessings that way.
Yeah.
So I've never had that in my heart. You know, even if you, well, not you, but even if somebody's great, or I could be great, but that don't mean I'm great for somebody.
That's facts.
You know, or vice versa. You know, so I don't look at that as a loss. You know.
Love that. All right, we're getting deep over here.
Hmm.
So, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Whew. I kind of had this mentality since I was young, but
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Devin here from Money Honeys. If you're a fan of learning about your business and finances through storytelling and pop culture, then you got to be sure to check out and subscribe to Money Honeys, a show that covers the nitty-gritty of maintaining your personal wealth through fun conversation. And you know what? It's brought to you exclusively by the Revolt Podcast Network, anchored in hip hop, powered by creators.
what I would say is to not be afraid to be yourself. I used to, as much as I love basketball, I used to hide behind that talent. Like I used to hide behind the real, like my full name is Lucas Amillion Mayfield. My family never called me by my first name. Nobody that I knew ever did it. It was like a roll call thing. And I used to be an introvert back then. So I didn't, it was like, I don't know you. I don't want to tell nobody. I don't want to tell you my name. And it wasn't until about, I think when I got Delaware Player of the Year, All State, where they started saying Lucas Amillion Mayfield. And then at graduation, and then was like, I was like, I'm not running from this no more. I'm not running from this no more. Like, it went from me being afraid to say my name to like, I'm gonna make sure you know my name by the end of the day. It's to the point where people think it's two different people that knew me from back then because I wasn't confident in it. So I would tell my younger self, don't be afraid to be who you are, even to people that you don't know. Because I wasn't afraid to be who I was to people I knew. I was afraid because I was an introverted. Like I'm still a technically introverted extrovert.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go on stage and you be like, "Oh, he is so confident or confident." I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna be so laid back and don't care about the attention. And I kind of like that. It balances me. You know,
Mhm.
my daughter's the same way. My mom's the same way. She just celebrated her first birthday, 67. I've only had one birthday party. Like we just don't know how to do it for ourselves, contrary to what popular belief may think. When you're confident doing what you do, we don't do that for us. So that's real.
Yeah, I'm definitely the same way. So let's set the record straight. So, Amillion is your government name.
Yes. My birth certificate.
It's on your birth certificate and it's on your index finger. Love that. One's in the air. I'm here for it. All right. So as we wrap up, what is next for you?
One in eight day. Well, one.
One
What my name? It means one in a million. So it's all about you know one in eight day is going to be literally September 14th, uh Saturday, downtown Dover. That's what's next. That's the next move, best move, and then I don't know, man. I think it's time for a little vacay. I ain't gonna hold you. We're gonna do a vacay, and then it's back to one in eight tour. We still got four more countries to end this year, so that's what's next for me. Can you hear me? Oh no. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can
You
hear you
still
now.
there? All
I
right.
can't see
Okay.
you.
I was gonna say we can't
I'm
end
here.
like that.
I know. Can you hear and see me?
I can hear and see you. You can't hear and see me?
I can hear you. I can't see you. But it's fine. We're wrapping up.
It says reconnecting. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're good. But
You
yeah,
good?
so we wrapping up 1 and A day
I
this
had to do a wave check.
Saturday.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was doing a wave check. I thought we was
Wave check.
almost done. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So 1 and A day this Saturday. We are really excited. We're excited for you. We know that it's going to be a successful event. Y'all gonna see me out there. I'm gonna be out there moving boxes and setting up vendor tables and all that. They
Oh,
gonna put your
okay.
girl to work, manual labor. Yeah. You got any parting words for our listeners?
Hey, listen, keep glowing out there. You know, glow through the nightmares and make your dreams come true. Be willing to, at least. And turn your L's into
Love it.
love and legacy.
Turn your L's into love and legacy.
Mm-hmm.
One's in the air. All right. See you.
See you later. Thank you.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
This is ludicrous.
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.